Good afternoon, class. I welcome you again to our metric hub. Today we are going to talk about the structure of the ear. As you all know that we are supposed to understand and just be able to label and give the functions of the different parts of the ear. So in today's class or today's lesson, lecture, we are going to talk about the structure of the ear. That I'm just going to quickly show you through the diagram that I've attached on our board today. So as you can see, there's a structure there that you can all see. The structure of the ear is basically divided into three parts, which we are saying it has got the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. These in my diagram, I've just tried to show them by different colors that I can label also under them the ABC. ABC is just representing the three pieces or the three parts that constitutes or that make up the ear. So I'm just going to quickly look at these structures or these parts of the ear, and then we can be able to give their functions as we go. So as you can see, we are saying the structure of the ear has got three parts, A, B, C, the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. So to begin with, we would want to look on the outer ear, which we say is the external ear. From my diagram here, you can see that we have got the flesh part of the ear here, the flesh part of the ear here, which I can as well label there because on my diagram that doesn't show clearly, which we say it is the pinna, is the pinna here, this part here. It is the pinna. We want to give the functions and what are the functions of the pinna? What is the pinna? Pinna. What we are saying is the pinna, it is actually the visible part of the ear. It is the visible part of the ear that we can say as first part of it or as a description, the only visible part of the ear. The only visible part of the ear, that is the pinna ear. The only visible part of the ear is the pinna. What else can we say? Just want to correct here. The only visible part of the ear, the only visible part here is the pinna. The only visible part of the ear is the pinna. And then what else are we saying about the pinna? The pinna, again, you should understand that the pinna is just the cartilaginous structure which is shaped to ensure that sound waves are directed towards the eardrum. It is the cartilaginous structure which is shaped to ensure that sound waves are directed towards the eardrum. It actually directs sound waves as a function. We are saying it directs sound waves towards the eardrum. We are saying the pinna directs sound waves towards the eardrum. That is one thing that we can say. If you can see, we are saying this visible part that you are seeing here, this visible part that you are seeing here, this one, we are saying all of this part, it is the pinna, this one. It is the pinna which I've highlighted or which I've I've shaded with what, with a green marker there. So the pinna actually, it ensures that when people or when sound waves are being being released, we are saying the person can be able to hear as a result of that part that is there, which is actually catalogous or big enough that it can be able to direct the sound waves into towards the eardrum, or it takes the sound waves to enter into the ear where they can go to the eardrum. And then the next party we are saying, which we need to talk about, is from there we want to talk about the external auditory canal or external auditory canal, which is external auditory canal. I can mark it again, external auditory canal. That is it. What we are saying is, what is the external auditory canal? As you can see, number 2, external auditory canal. The external auditory canal, what is its function? The external auditory canal, as you can see, it is that first passage, or it is just a tube, or it is just a passage, which we are saying it is actually there to ensure that sound waves are directed towards the eardrum. It is the passage. It is the passage that takes sound, into the ear. The sound is being taken into the ear through the external auditory canal. What is that? What happens with it again is that it is lined with fine hair and glands. The external auditory canal is lined with fine hair. It is lined with fine hairs. It is lined with fine hairs and glands. That secret some wax. The wax actually is that it is there in order to ensure that the hair is clean. It is there to ensure that the hair is clean. I mean, the ear is clean. So therefore, it keeps the canal clean. The hairs and the wax helps to keep the hair and the wax helps to keep the canal clean, which helps to maintain or keep the canal clean. By trapping dust. So dust and any other possible particles that might need or that might accidentally enter the ear, they are prevented from entering the ear through the wax and also the hairs that are inside the ear. They help to avoid the foreign invasions or foreign objects and particles to enter inside the ear. And then we are having number 3. Number three, it is the tympanic membrane. The tympanic membrane can as well known as what? Which is also known as the eardrum. Number 3, the eardrum we can call it eardrum. It can be called eardrum, or it is called the tympanic membrane. Eardrum or tympanic membrane. What's the functions of the eardrum or the tympanic membrane? The tympanic membrane or the tympanic membrane and the ear or the eardrum, they are actually it is a very useful part of the ear which separates the outer ear from the middle ear. As first function of it, one, we are saying it separates the eardrum. One, helps to separate the outer ear to the middle ear. The outer ear to or from the middle ear. It helps to separate the outer ear from the middle ear. That is one function there, the eardrum. Two, sound wave. Another point is that the eardrum vibrates, causing or converting the sound waves into the mechanical waves, provides a vibration, that helps to convert sound waves into that helps to convert sound waves into mechanical waves. That helps to convert sound waves into mechanical waves. So provide vibration. There is need for vibration to say when the sound waves are directed into the ear, they first of all hit the eardrum or the tympanic membrane, which would vibrate. So then for the sound waves are converted into mechanical waves. That is the eardrum, or that is the function of the eardrum. And then we need to look into that is actually like to say, when we look into these, we can basically give them as to say they are the outer piece components or the outer parts of the ear. The outer ear is made up of that, which we can say, of course, the eardrum is more or less inside. So what we are saying is that the eardrum is circular and flexible, and it has to vibrate as incoming sound wave strikes on it. The incoming sound waves has to strike on the eardrum such that it vibrates. In that vibration, it is converting the sound waves into mechanical waves. And then we have to look into so we need to look at the oscus is number 4. If you can look the oscus, you can see that they are from the eardrum. We have got some 3 pieces of bones that are joining together, which are there, which we are saying they are the auditory oscus. Here we are saying the auditory oscus. There, what we are saying is it is made up of 3 pieces, which you can see there. There are 3 pieces that are connected together, which is the hammer, the anvil, and the stir up. So we are saying oscus. Oscus number 4. We are saying the oscus. The oscus we are saying One first thing is made up of three bonds that are joined together. We are saying those three, we have got the hammer or the hammer first made up of three pieces. Three pieces. We are saying one, the hammer. Two, we have the hammer. Two. We have the hammer. Two is the anvil. And then we have got the last one, which is three, the stir up. The stir up, which is number three. So what we are saying is that the oscus is made up of these three pieces, the hammer, the anvil, and the stir up. So what is happening is that they are the smallest bonds of they are the smallest bonds in a human body. That's what we can as well give to say sometimes it makes smallest bonds in human body. In human body, the smallest bonds in human body are made up of the oscus. Is made up of the oscus. So then what we are saying is that the oscus are forming the smallest parts, or they form the smallest bonds in human body. I mean, they forms the smallest bonds in human body, which of course we are saying the smallest one, which is there, is the stir up. Stir up is the smallest. Stir up is the smallest, which is there, that forms the smallest bonds that we are talking about. So the oscus, we are saying them. One thing is that they move, transferring the mechanical waves to the oval window. They have got a movement, or they do perform a movement. Oscus moves to transfer sound waves, These sound waves the sound waves, or we are saying it is now mechanical waves to the oval window. Sound waves or mechanical waves. Mechanical waves to the oval window. That is very straight. The oscus, they move to transfer mechanical waves to the oval window. That you can see. The one other question that I once saw was saying, how is this the oscus and the eardrum adapted to perform their function? How are they coordinated together? In that regard, what we must understand is that the eardrum is bigger, and then when the sound waves are being released from the eardrum, they are being concentrated or confined to reach the oval window, which has got some small, which is very smaller in size compared to the eardrum, meaning to say that it ensures that there is effective transmission of sound from the eardrum to the oval window, because the oval window is very small. The surface area of the oval window is quite smaller, which enables or which maximizes the reception of sound as it is being released from what? From the eardrum. So I'm sure that we can understand. And then we want to look at as we go into that, as you look in our diagram again, we are saying the oscus are there, and then as they go there, we go to the oval window. So at the oval window, we want to give the function to say the oval window, as you can see, there it is. Sometimes it's gonna be given like that, and then it is also next to the round window there, which can as well be labeled or can be given as like that. So what we are saying is that we want to have to understand, we need to understand the function of the oval window, which we are saying one, it transmits the vibration of the oscillos into the inner ear. The oval window, which is that one, which is an opening there, which enables or which provides the oval window number 4, 5 now. The oval window, what we are saying is that it helps the oval window. It helps to transmit the sound waves. It helps to transmit the sound, the vibrations of the oscillos to the inner ear. Uh, to transmit. It helps to transmit the vibrations of the oscillos to the inner ear. Transmit vibrations of oscillos to the inner ear. The inner ear. This is very correct. It helps to transmit the vibrations of the oscillos to the inner ear. Obviously, like I said, next to the oval window, we do have our next to the oval window. We also have what is the round window, and then what is the function of the round window there? What's the function of the round window? As you can see, what we are saying is that the round window, it absorbs the pressure set up in the inner ear. It helps to absorb the pressure that is set up in the inner ear, the round window, uh, which is the round window. I'm gonna just highlight it there. You can see I'm saying the round window just below the oval window there. The round window, its function. What is the function of the round window there? The round window, we are saying it helps to that is number 6. Number 6, uh, I'm sure that we are picking up this, helps to absorb it helps to absorb the pressure set up in the inner ear. Absorb the pressure that is set up in the inner ear. So that is it. We are saying the round window helps to absorb the pressure that is set up in the inner ear. That is the round window there. And then as you can see from our diagram there, the round window is being shown. We have got the semicircular canals, that I want us to just quickly look at, which we are saying now we are defining or we are explaining components of the inner ear. the semicircular canals. Number 7, semicircular canals. We can just quickly explain them here. The semicircular canals. What's the function of the semicircular canals? Um, the semicircular canals, they actually play a very important role in terms of balance and orientation of human body. It helps in maintenance. In maintenance of balance and orientation of human body. So what we are saying is that in terms of us to balance, it is because that there is the function that is being given by the semicircular canals that are there, which helps in maintenance of balance and what and orientation. Orientation, we can just say the inclination of the body, which if you can look at this, I want you to understand again that there is what is called what is it? The Christie actually is the one that is responsible for balancing. Christie help in balancing. The Christie help in balancing. The Christie help in balancing, which we are saying again, we have got what is called the circulars and outraculars contain the maculae for balance. And we have got anti circulars. It is the circulars and outraculars. Which are also, we are saying, they contain the maculae for balance. They are for balance as well. So as we can see, the semicircular canals are specifically very important in terms of maintaining balance and orientation, which have got specific organs that are there, which ensures that balancing is achieved. Balancing is achieved. And then we can as well want to look at what is this? The next part, which we just need to identify and explain. We can as well need to talk about the inner ear. We are saying in that regard, the inner ear, which is C on my diagram here, if you can see, we are saying it is this blue one. One other thing that you need to see, or which we need to understand, is that the inner ear, it is actually fluid filled. It is fluid, the inner ear, it is fluid filled cavity. Our inner ear, it is fluid filled. is fluid, filled, is fluid cavity. Meaning to say that the inner ear is actually filled up with fluid. It is filled up with fluid. My question that I'm going to pose to you, which I want you to look at, is to say, why is it fluid filled? Why is it filled up with fluid? And then we're going to come back. We are going to explain those as we continue. But for now, we are just giving the structures. The inner ear is fluid filled cavity, which means to say that it has got a lot of what we call liquid that is in it. Why is it fluid filled in that regard? That's the question. We just need to complete the diagram very fast. We have got the Cochley. The Cochley, as you can see there, the Cochley again, it is given there, as you can see that it is one piece of the ear that is that looks like a snail. In other words, we can say it looks like a snail, which is that one there, the Cochley. The Cochley. What is the function of the Cochley? What is the function? The Cochley. What's the function? We want to quickly just look at this, and then we will be getting our summary of the content of today. What is the function of the Cochley? One, we are saying it is a coiled tube containing sensory structures that are called the organs of Koch. So it contains organs of it contains the sensory structure which is called organs of Koch. It contains central structures which is called organs of Koch, which we are saying they are there. What is the function of the organs of Koch? Which are responsible for converting, they do convert the wave-like movement of the fluid into nerve impulses, converting, they do convert the wave-like movements these wave-like movements, which we are saying of the fluid, into nerve impulses, nerve-like movements of the fluid into nerve impulses. Into nerve impulses. So what we are saying is that the wave-like movements which are from the inner ear are now converted into nerve impulses, such that they can be able to be transferred towards or to the brain for interpretation. So as you can see from our diagram, we do have the vestibular Cochlea nerve, which is there, which we can say again, it can also be given as to say it is the auditory nerve, which is the vestibular Cochlea nerve there, that is given in our diagram or on our diagram there. What is happening is that the this auditory nerve, which is auditory nerve, the auditory nerve, what actually it does, what is its actual function? We are saying when the organs of Koch convert these sound-like movements, they are being sent to the what? To the auditory nerve. When they are sent to the auditory nerve, we are saying the auditory nerve basically carries the nerve impulses from the ear to the brain. It carries it carries the wave. It carries the nerve impulses. It carries the nerve. It carries the nerve impulses. It carries the nerve impulses that we are talking about from the ear to the brain, from the ear to the brain. So what it means is that the auditory nerve basically is the link that provides it actually provides the communication that must be there such that the ear can perform its function. It carries nerve impulses from the ear to the brain, whereby to say the organs of the organs of Kotli have converted those wave-like movements. Therefore, now they are an impulse such that they can be taken to the brain for interpretation. That is one thing that is very that is very straightforward there. I want us to understand to say if the organ, if the auditory nerve is not working, therefore we can actually say that there is no hearing that might take place. And then I think in our analysis of the structure of the ear, we just kind of omitted we actually omitted the escutcheon tube, which is the escutcheon tube is another part that we didn't look at, which I want us to just quickly consider. The escutcheon tube. The escutcheon tube, if you can see there, what we are saying is that the escutcheon tube, it connects it actually connects the throat to the middle ear. So we just need to quickly identify it. The escutcheon tube, which is maybe last but not least, the escutcheon tube, what is its function? One, we are saying it connects the ear to the, connects, one, we are saying it connects, the escutcheon tube, it connects the throat to the middle ear. It connects the throat to the middle ear. It connects the throat to the middle ear. That is one. And then what we are saying that ensures, it also ensures what? It also, one other function that is there, as you can see, we are saying it also ensures that there is equal balance of pressure on either side of the tympanic membrane. It ensures or maintains pressure balance. It helps to maintain pressure balance on either side of the eardrum. So in other words, we are saying the pressure, it is actually the escutcheon tube helps to release pressure that might arise inside within the middle ear. So in that regard, last but not least, is also that it helps to maintain, which ensures it ensures free vibration. Free vibration of the eardrum. So by ensuring that there is no pressure building up inside the ear, Therefore, there is free vibration of the eardrum that must take place there. So what we are saying is that the ear, sometimes we hear people talking about what you call the bursting of the eardrum, which is normally a condition that is most common in children, in young children. What happens is again that bacteria would connect or would move from from the mouth through the through to the ear, which we are saying through the through the throat. Bacteria might move from the alimental canal or from the mouth, which we are saying these can cause infections that might cause bursting of the eardrum. Hence, the vibration, or it can have some scars, or it can harden up. By hardening, therefore, it means that it can no longer be able to vibrate as flexible as it should be, which would also cause a hearing impairment. So we need to understand that the eustachian tube actually is one key part that connects or that is important in terms of the working or the performance of the ear, because first of all, sound must be built up, or vibrations must be built by, or sound must be built up because of the vibration of the tympanic membrane, which should vibrate as sound enters through the external auditory canal there, such that it is directed towards the oval window. Hence, we are talking about the continuous building up of these sound waves, and then the mechanical waves, and then the impulses, nerve impulses from the organs of Kochi, and then eventually would say the organs of Kochi therefore takes the sound to the to the auditory nerve. The auditory nerve have to take the sound to the brain. So in other words, this is the ear structure. Last time we may have talked about the structure of the structure of the eye. So there's one key question that might also arise, which we need to understand, to say the part of the ear which is performing the same function as the eye, whereby we are talking about the impulses being sent to the brain. We have got the optic nerve in the eye. In the ear, we have got the auditory nerve. So optic nerve is for the eye, and then the ear, it actually sends sound to the brain. I mean, it sends impulses to the brain through through the auditory nerve. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the studies. And please don't forget to follow and subscribe to the channel, so therefore you can be able to see the next notes, the next lectures, the next postings that would come. Keep connected and keep following on the channel. We are going to ensure that 2024 life science is going to be excelled. We are going to make sure that we'll do extensive revision that would take us to a very practical way of learning, which we can also see what we are doing, and we can as well be able to understand everything as it is. All the best, and please again don't forget to subscribe or follow the channel in order for us to understand, and in order for us to keep connected to the information that the content, I mean, to the content information on our channel. Thank you. Good day, and enjoy your studies. Meet you again in our next presentation.